The Bouncer, Part 3. Ballu was terrified. He was remembering all those Nagin movies he'd seen, the TV shows and all. Where, this gorgeous woman seduces this man and then suddenly turns into a snake and bites him. And then he turns blue and he dies this horrible death. And Ballu didn't want to die. Ballu didn't want to turn blue. Ballu didn't want to suffer. Ballu just wanted to run away. But how could he? Because Adi was standing in his path, Adi the Nag. And Ballu was in a bit of a quandary. He didn't want to be around where Adi could bite him, but he also realized that if he ran away, he tried to run away, and Adi got pissed off, then the chances of getting bitten were even higher. So basically, Ballu had no clue what to do. There's one of those situations where you die if you don't do anything, and you die if you do anything. Yeah, Ballu is like calling for his mummy. But obviously that was an option also. The good part was before he could, Adi broke in. And Adi said, why? Why are you running away? Why are you trying to move away? What's your problem? Ballu didn't know what to say. What could you possibly say? That I'm terrified of you and I'm scared you'll bite me and I'll turn blue. So he kept quiet. He was, Adi said, I know, just be honest. You're basically like any other human, you're bloody scared of Nags. But now that you know I'm a Nag, you're terrified. You want to run. But like, no, that's not true. I tell you, I love Nags. I love snakes. Adi was like, really? Okay, let's see. He snapped his fingers and this small little snake was in his hands. Smaller than Ballu's little finger. And Adi brought the snake just like half a centimeter closer to Ballu. And Ballu freaked. He screamed. He tried to jump onto the wall. And Adi was like, see, this is what I mean. Clicked his fingers. The little creature vanished. And Adi was like, you humans, na? What is your problem with snakes? What's wrong with snakes? Do you realize that basically neither Nags nor snakes have this, kida to go and attack humans? No, we don't. We are very happy minding our own business. It's just when you guys attack us or you guys provoke us or scare us, that's when we attack. And Ballu stared. He didn't know what to say. In his own life, he couldn't remember a situation where, he or somebody else had seen a snake and then not freaked out or not shouted and called for help or chased it with a snake or thrown stones at it. So in a way, probably Adi was right. And Adi was like, actually the fact is, you guys are the aggressors. You guys always try to kill snakes and attack them and, or take away their fangs. And even with Nags, what do you all do? You already try and steal our gold, our precious stones. Ballu started feeling embarrassed because he couldn't really refute any of Adi's points. Or maybe he could. Ballu said, Dekho, see, the thing is that everyone is always scared of someone who's stronger than them. And fact is, you guys have such fantastic powers, man. You all can turn into human shape. You all can become anybody. You could become me. You could become my uncle and we wouldn't even know. And then you can trap us or kill us. And what do we do? Adi's like, please, just tell me one example, one case or something like this happened. Somebody who was trapped and killed by a Nag or Nagin. Ballu was about to rattle off multiple names and then he stopped. He realized that all the names he was thinking about were all from some movie or some show. Real life, he didn't have anybody. Now Ballu was, in a bad spot. You're like, oh my God. Actually, this Adi is right. And Adi is like, yeah, I'm waiting, tell me. Ballu didn't know what to do. Suddenly, looking down at his shoes and started thinking, my shoes are dirty. I think they lived their time. I think I should get a new pair of shoes. And Adi like, oi! Ballu looked up. Adi, you know what? The fact is, you humans are the ones who are actually after us. In fact, you guys have been kidnapping Nags. So many of my friends are missing and God knows what you're doing with them. Now suddenly Ballu was like, hey, wait a minute. Hello, brother. You're the one who kidnapped me. And Adi was like, yeah, but that was a mistake. I wanted to get Rajesh. Now Ballu was fed up with this Rajesh bhai. Bloody idiotic fellow. First he tried to hit him. Then because of him, Ballu was in this situation and he was in this nether world with the Nagas. Well, like, who is this Rajesh and what has he done? Why also after him? Adi, like I told you, he's involved with that whole kidnapping of the Nagas. That's why we want to. And Adi suddenly realized he'd spoken too much. He's not supposed to reveal all these secrets, but it was too late. And they said, forget it. Okay, we just have to take you back. Ballu started feeling bad. See, Ballu was basically a very nice guy, no matter how he looked and all. And he was really feeling bad for Adi. Adi had gotten into trouble with his bosses. And in a way, it was Ballu's fault. So actually, Ballu hadn't done anything directly, but still, it was indirectly because of Ballu. Plus, he seemed to be so upset because his friends were being kidnapped. And that was again the human's fault. Ballu wished he could do something to help Adi. He didn't realize that very soon an opportunity was going to come his way. Any case, they went back to the prison cell and there was utter chaos. There was shouting, screaming. Both Ballu and Adi were confused. What's going on? Adi said, wait, I'll find out. And Adi turned into a snake and slithered out. Ballu freaked, Ballu screamed, Ballu nearly climbed up the prison wall. And then he said, wait a minute, calm down. Tried to remember everything Adi had told him. He said, yeah, I'm being unfair, I'm being biased. So he calmed down. But now that feeling was changed and a new feeling came. That of curiosity. What was going on? What was all this shouting and screaming? He could hear the cops were really upset and one constable was shouting at the prisoners and saying, how did this happen? What happened? Tell us. When my senior inspector comes, he's going to be so angry. The prisoners were like, we don't know anything. We were sleeping. And the constable was like, shut up. I know you're lying. Tell us the truth. Otherwise, Ballu was like perplexed. What the hell had happened? Just then Adi came back. Snake Adi, and then he transformed into human Adi. And Ballu was like, what's going on? Adi seemed very disappointed, very upset. He said, oh my God, you know what? Rajesh is dead. Ballu was like, what? How did that happen? Adi says he was hanging in the cell and nobody knows what happened. Ballu was like, wow, how did this happen? But Adi was like really upset. He's like, give us a one clue. Now how will we ever find out what happened to those Nagas? My poor friends, I'll never find them and God knows what will happen to them. Ballu was really feeling bad for him, yaar, poor fellow. He says like, you know what, I really want to help you. Maybe there's something I can do. Adi like, what? Rajesh is dead. He was our one means of finding out. Without him, how can we? Ballu like, but what about his friends? Maybe you can, interrogate his friends. Do that snake trick. Turn into a snake. They'll get scared. I'm telling you, they'll confess. Adi like, are you mad? We're not allowed to do that. We don't want people to know about us. Ballu like, oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I've always wanted to be a detective. How about I speak to Rajesh's friends? Adi like, are you mad? Why will they talk to you, a total stranger? Why will they tell you anything? Ballu like, yeah, man, you're right. Shit, I'm just being stupid. If only I actually was Rajesh, man. That would have solved all the problems. Adi stopped. Adi stared at him. What did he just say? Ballu said, I wish I was the real Rajesh. Adi said, wait, that's it. That's the solution. He looked at Ballu. Ballu was totally confused. Listen, do you really want to help? Ballu, of course, did. He said, yeah, whatever. Adi said, look, it could be risky. And Ballu like, boss, it's not like I'm having some fantastic life. I'm in jail. I've lost my job. At least this will be exciting. At least I get a chance to something. And at least I try and be able to help you. So Adi said, okay. And he shut his eyes and he chanted some mantra, touched Ballu's head, pulled out a little hair, looked at the hair and then chanted some more mantras. And then poof. Adi said, okay. Ballu didn't realize what was going on. He didn't feel any different, see any different. Adi said, oh, okay, yeah, right, okay. And then he clicked both his fingers and a little pool of water showed up. And Adi said, look at it. Ballu looked at it. And his utter shock and surprise. It wasn't Ballu anymore. He changed. He was instead this tall guy with lots of hair and really long hair. And Ballu was like, is that him? And Adi said, yes, that's Rajesh Paswan. Ballu had become Rajesh Paswan. If you're enjoying this, do hang on more. There will be more parts. See ya.